Hello, and welcome again to my second episode of... No, that's actually the fourth episode. I'm a bit of an idiot. Welcome to my fourth episode of Dungeon Crawler Stone Soup, and the second episode of this run. So, without any further ado, let's start. So before I restart, I'll just do a quick summary of what I had. Awesome ring of many stats and resistances, awesome AC Slay ring, pretty good shield of extra resistances and stats. Honestly, I have double our poison here, which kind of sucks, but I'll eventually get a ring without it, probably. Decent boots, decent gloves, and two really good evocation items, lightning rod and freaking condenser vein. Also, Oka started giving me gifts, and I'm starting to get decent skills so I can actually use all of Oka's special abilities. I also currently have the Guardian Spirit necklace because there's no real rangers in the lair. Speaking of which, I'm in lair 2. So, the only other thing I wanted to say is I've looked up more details on things about the game I wasn't sure about. Like, Warplebrand gives about, I believe, 1 to 33% increase in damage. So since base damage is 9, that would be like 1 to 3 extra damage on the spear. Not sure if that's adjusted by strength or not. Might be. Not quite sure. Speaking of which, each point of strength makes your melee attacks better, so great. It just makes you have a better chance of casting and more spell power, which isn't that important for me, but helps because most of these skills aren't castable by me right now. Heavy armor and all. Dex is really good. Extra IC, always important. So let's go. Ooh, nothing here, and instantly an unknown scroll. Acquirement! That's a good way to start an episode. Manual of Spellcasting. Oh, a pair of boots that's +2 slay, +3 int. Or a really good necklace. Oh my god, I'm going to have to legitimately pause the video and think on this. Yeah, I'm legitimately going to just do that. Give me a moment. Whoops, sorry about that. Let me just restart this. I legitimately consulted the DCSS Discord for help here, because I was really not sure. Well, according to their advice, spellcasting is not the best idea. Spellcasting is good for spellcasters because it gives you more power and mana, but not actually easier spellcasting, so not really useful for myself. Boots are pretty good, but the amulet's top tier. Great resist, I have none of them. Dex is useful. Faith is great for Okawarus. It'll give me more gear. So I'm going to pick the necklace. Let's hope I didn't get trolled. Don't think so. People are generally nice there. Shout out to the well, it's not really the DCSS Discord. It's... Oh, the snake came. That's why it was telling me do I want to keep this rolling or not. Let's... Oh well, I'm in melee now. This, and now... Yes, I want to put on the necklace. Yes, I am sure. Not the DCSS Dungeon Crawler Stone Soup Discord, it's the roguelikes. Well, Discord with Dungeon Crawler Stone Soup Sub Discord. Not sure what it's called. Anyway, shout out to them. So I'll go on now with a bunch of really good resistances and some extra dodging. And divinity. Ooh, now this is another really good evocation item. This will summon, essentially summon a water element, which is great. Speaking of which, I'll probably just turn off spellcasting since I now know it's really not that useful for me anymore. Wow, I'm stealthy. That guy didn't even notice me. Well, yeah, of course I'm stealthy. I got those stealth gloves. And I believe... Do I have good stealth skill? Yeah, I've been investing a lot of it, and it's +3. I never really noticed how good of a stabber Formicids can be. Anyway, I'll use heroism here. I can use it more liberally now that I have Amulet of Faith. And there are quite a few dudes around here, so better to not be... better to be wasteful than to be sorry later and die. I mean, I'm taking some damage here, but just as a showcase, since I have... Oh, it's no longer active. Damn. I'll show it next time. Wanted to show just how much of a penalty you have when you are not really at high levels of skill in comparison to what you could have for spellcasting. So I'll show it right here. Heroism active. So we have a lot more skill. And this is now at 17%. Remember that for a moment. Kill them all. Oh, not quite. There we go. Heroism is off. It's now at 34. Pretty much halved it. Ooh, we found our first sub-branch. It is Spider. I like that. It means we will not have Snake. And Snake is generally the harder of the two. Would be nice... Ooh, Hydra. Not fun. Shouldn't have tabbed. It would be nice if we also found swarms, because swarms are easier than trolls by a lot, but we'll see. Anyway, spiders, both spider and freaking snake are manageable for us. Spiders is really scary for poison and somewhat for will. We have good of both, and so is snake. And also, I think I'll lightning bolt here, get some extra damage in, and I should be able to just tab this guy. Hydras ring aren't as scary as they could be right now. It's not like I'm playing my freaking troll here. But still, I have some innate wariness of Hydras because of how many troll characters I've played. And I think it's still a good idea to be wary of Hydras. They can really mess you up if they get a few hits in. Quite scary, honestly. So let's... Ooh. It's one of these. Yep, thought so. There's two of them. So these are special acid plants that will essentially shoot at you and try to kill you. We have corrosion resistance. They're barely a threat. They can still deal a decent amount of damage. Even without corrosion resistance, we'll probably be able to deal with that fairly easily. Oh, it's also a shrine to the nature god. Ooh, we found this other branch. I recognize this, and it is indeed Swamp. I recognize that as an entrance to Swamp. So good, we got the two easiest layer branches. That's quite good. Alright, let's just keep searching. Alright, and let's do this. Now, this is actually quite scary. There's a type of enemy that tends to be here. Yep, he makes exactly swamp worm. And they can harpoon you closer to them. That's an issue. Because there could be a lot of enemies there. Oka just gave me a crystal plate. Crystal plate is the best, well, objectively the best armor you can have. Golden Dragon scales are perhaps better in some ways. They have more resistances naturally. But Crystal Plate has better GDR, which is automatically how much damage it reduces, and better AC. As you can see, it increased my AC by 11. That's a lot. A really lot. It's also really hard to wear, so it means I won't be able to cast anything. In this case, it also gives me -5 strength, which I have a lot. It's not a big deal. +2 dex. Alright. And negative energy resistance, which is very useful. We don't have any. an enemy with drain could really mess us up. So could a few well-aimed torments. So that was quite useful. Ooh, why did I take that much damage there? Oh well, Orc has given two really good gifts in a row. We got a crummy ring there, ring of fire, makes fire spell. Rupert, not Rupert. Rupert is a scary elite. You do not want to fight him. At least not this early. Elephants. I'll take a few elephants. Stair dance them. They can do quite a decent amount of damage, so I wouldn't recommend taking a full pack of 5. But 3 at the same time, and then 2 like here, is perfectly reasonable if you ask me. So let's... Ooh, Dream Sheep. Those are worrisome. Dream Sheep can make you fall asleep. You literally just lose a few turns and enemies get a semi-free hit on you. They alone aren't that scary, but when they come together with a pack of enemies, they can be terrifying. And they'll lead you in a really bad situation, especially if you're trying to escape from something already. Thankfully, we were pretty good there. Bullfrog, oh yeah. Let's just keep exploring. Ooh, Death Yaks. Upgraded version of the Yaks. Pretty strong, but particularly impressive is that they have a really high will. Which means, if you're a magician, they are very much not fun. I think I want them... I don't really have... Ooh, there is a natural top book right here. I'm also going to Heroism, just to be on the safe side. As there's a lot of them here. Ooh, even then... Look at this as well. My AC is 44, my EV is 10 with Heroism on. Now when it goes off... Ooh, level 15. I think I'll grab some depth. Now it's AC 44, EV 11. And now it's 40 EV 7. That's just how big of a difference actually, well, no longer having that skill in dodging and skill in armor really gives you. Which is why you want to invest in armor a lot. Speaking of which, should I rearrange some of these? All things considered, hexing and transmutation is probably going to be far off, especially now that I have crystal armor. It's probably not even worth putting XP in it right now. I'll do it much later. We're pretty much locked in on pure melee right now. I mean, late game will probably skill into something more, but currently this is more than sufficient, and we're kind of hampering ourselves by investing in spells as well. And those moves are never a risk, so I didn't even have to Heroism. Speaking of which, a few extra spells. Surprise? Ooh, that's probably Rupert right there. Oh no, that's Basilisk. Basilisk can petrify you, which will, if there's another scary enemy nearby, will be very scary. Rupert. High HP, can paralyze, can confuse, can go into berserk. Let's go Heroism, let's go Finesse, kill the Basilisk, and let's try our hand at Rupert. Plus a few friends. Worked out. And now the stairs are blocked. Can probably take them all. But let's not be cheap. Let's use a Flail of Flooding. That should get me a Water Elemental friend. No, it did not for some reason. Could swear it's always supposed to. Did they change that recently? Getting kind of low in HP. Ooh, did Oka give me another gift? I think he might have. It's probably worth it to drink a potion right there. Right, let's play careful. Drink another potion. Play it careful. Careful probably means I should get heroism back up. Alright, should be safe now. Is this a god gift? Ancient artifact, mundane. Okawaru gifted it to me, right? It's a much worse version of the gift I just got. I can just leave it there. I already know I'm not going to equip it. So let's just tap through this pack of teleporting frogs. Speaking of which, I'm on layer 4. Believe layer 6 is the end for layer. Could be 5, but I'm pretty certain it's 6. Also, we have a lot of mutation potions. I might want to roll random on mutation potions. But I'll want to play it, since I'm going to do 15 rooms, those are going to be quite valuable. So let's not for now. Ooh, I got an ambrosia potion, and this is probably nothing. Fear. Should probably have identified, let's be honest. I have more than enough identification potions, right? Scrolls right now. No need to be cheap with them. Am I wrong? Is this the final layer? I really don't think it is. But I also can see... Oh no, there is a stair downstairs. Right, I was correct. Good. I was really starting to be paranoid there. But it's fine. Let's just tab and go. Maybe I shouldn't be as tab happy as I was right now. But I'm very much feeling invincible. Speaking of which, I'm taking a lot of damage. Let's heroism. I did mention how scary these guys can be. Normally didn't mean it as they can actually beat you up. I meant it as their support can beat you up. Yeah, I really shouldn't have gotten a situation where I had to drink a consumable there. That was my bad. Alright, back to being a bit more cautious here. Rather not get in a bad situation there. Ooh, I do have a few scrolls of a chained weapon right now. Speaking of which, hey Yoka, could really use a good spear. Do you think you can give me one? Pretty please? He's not going to, by the way. He hates giving good things to me. So, now that this is done, I'm going to wait for Oka to give me another gift before I actually use these. If he doesn't give me anything, I'm going to enchant my spear to have more buff pluses. I'm going to hope I don't have to do that, but who knows. And hopefully you can't currently hear my dog yelling his heart out. Also, I'm not going to layer anymore. Last floor is much more difficult than the current one. Could probably take it with this gear, but not worth it. I'm going to go to Orc. I cleared Orc 1 already, so I'm not going to go further yet. But I'm going to keep going down depths. Probably to around 15. I can take the dungeon to that far, and at least finding vaults right now would be a good idea. Ooh, that guy's quite scary. He's normally an enemy you find... an enemy you find in the layer, but I didn't find any yet. He can petrify you with that dust, so you're not supposed to stand in it like I did. But I was very certain I'm going to kill him anyway. But I wasn't quite happy how many times I got petrified there. Kept missing. Speaking of which, I should do some inventory cleaning. I have a lot of crap in here that I don't need anymore. I'm not going to use any of you. Probably not any of you. Wizardry could come in useful. So could positive energy. Anything here? All's okay. All's okay. So let's keep going. Now that I have cleaned up my inventory. Ooh, sharp. Don't mind if I do. +2 gloves. I have stealth gloves. Those are probably better. Brand weapon could be useful, but nah, I'm fine. Let's keep going. Ooh, this guy's actually really scary if he gets you when you have low armor or no reflection. Did we actually see any Manticore? Well, they can just barb you, which means you can't move without taking damage, which can get you in a bad situation. Genies shoot ifrits, shoot fire, kind of scary if you don't have fire resistance or low armor. Generally, not too big of a deal. Can sometimes be. All things considered, this floor has been really easy, but yeah, that's to be expected. I sometimes do 13 before I do layer. So yeah, easy floor. What should I do? Let me just check something. God, did I miss anything? Nope, did not. So let's keep going down. Ooh, that's a big detour to get to here. Wave of Frost. There is a sub-dungeon on this floor, an ice-themed one. So it is a good idea to use a scroll of mapping if I have one. Do I? I do not. So, random exploring it is. Ooh, and here are the vaults. That's the next big. Ooh, +6 sword. This is an animated sword. Those can be scary from time to time. Didn't expect these to be. But anyway, what was it again? Ooh, I found it. Found it. Here's the frozen archway. So let's go in. Ooh, I forgot. This is actually scary. I have negative cold resistance. I really should take off the shield for this dungeon in particular. There's already enemies here, so won't do that yet. Thank you, Oka. A weapon. It's +0 in pain. Never mind, Oka. So let's remove this shield temporarily. And let's use all of these on my Warpro Trident. I know it's kind of a waste. There's way better spears, but you gotta do what you gotta do for survival. Alright. So this is very scary. I know these guys can hit quite badly because they do deal ice damage. So let's drink a potion of resistance, a health potion, and heroism. Let's try this again. Let's finesse 2, just to be safe. Good. Getting low. Too low, drink a potion. Lower than I'd like. Take this very slow. Oh, thank God. So that's the scary thing about being in a dungeon where you do not have the required resistances for. It can go fine, it can go terribly. You really never know. Especially these guys essentially don't do physical damage, but all do ice damage, which is worrisome. Ooh, and these are obsidian statues, which can be scary as well. Good, let's just go like this. Alright, the statues instantly summoned enemies. And some of these enemies are very scary. And I've been mesmerized. So I want to kill the statues as a priority. Good. It's going to kill most of these enemies. And then I want to, well, just get out. These enemies can only go so far. Well, they can go where I am currently. But essentially, they will just keep spawning unless I kill that guy. Oh, I have barbed. Let's just wait it out now. Alright. This time, let's actually start with heroism, even if it's a bit easier. And just wail on this statue. Good, worked out. Scary thing is, I think one of them can malmutate, which gets me a bad mutation. Thankfully, he didn't. So, let's keep going. I want to be careful because I do not want to aggro too many guys at the time. Holy crap! A caustic strike? Holy shit, this guy is a terrifying enemy. How is there a simulacrum of him here? I might literally die. A caustic strike is a very late game enemy you do not want to fuck with. Well, let's try the file. Good, did some damage. Do I do the vein? If it ends up being... No, it's immune to poison. Can't risk it. Lightning bolt, worked out. Lightning bolt, worked out. Lightning bolt, oh, it's dead. Holy shit, I did not expect that to be behind that door. Oh, caustic strikes are terrifying. That's also a dragon. A gold dragon? What's up with this instance? Gold dragons are no fucking joke. No, simulacrums aren't as strong and aren't supposed to be as strong, but still, yikes. And I'm dead. He too hit me. God fucking damn it. Not supposed to be this hard. This main dungeon's not supposed to be close to this hard. Them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. That's the episode. There goes a really good run. Oh well, thank you for staying in and hopefully you're as angry as I am. Goodbye.